Hi there, you're watching Gardens and Graveyards, and today we're in the backyard and we just finished up our big phase one of this project, which was creating 2 new beds, which is so exciting. They look so beautiful. We are going to bring you along the process of what we did, but I just wanted to let you know that sometimes these projects take a lot longer than you expect them, or you just allow them to and let them breathe. So the first thing that I did is sketched it out on the construction's gonna start, right? The house next door is getting built. The first thing I did is sketch out what I wanted this space to look like. And then we did some measurements because we're going to place a concrete patio. So we have to know like that's pretty permanent. We can't move that around easily. And then we laid out hoses to create the bed shapes. And then I sat with that for a few days and looked at it from the upstairs windows and walked through the paths, and we kind of moved them around a little bit until we got the shape that we really wanted and that would accommodate the plants that we're going to plant. Then it took us like, what, 2 weeks or something to gather all the cardboard and pick up all the mulch that we needed. This space is a little bit hard to bring things down into. There's not like a big, wide, easy path. So just getting like a truckload of mulch wasn't the best scenario for us in this situation. So we got bagged mulch. So that took some time to like get all those bags. It took 14 bags of mulch to get these beds done. And the camera died, but let's just get into it. So this is the area that we are implementing a whole new garden in this summer. It is mostly shade, but there's some sunshine over there for a few hours in the day. You could tell that it's mostly shade because it's all ferns, right? So, and then we have this big tree growing up over this area, but basically where those hoses are, it's, well, behind those hoses is going to be a gazebo, and then I'm going to create large garden beds on each side. And today, using a design that I sketched out, we're gonna start getting some measurements because I don't have actual measurements for all these spaces. We're gonna use those hoses to line out where we want our beds to be, and that way it can be adjustable rather than using spray paint or immediately starting to use a shovel out here. We can just sort of see how wide and skinny different areas of the bed needs to be. So that's the beginning of the process.
Not digging.
Okay, so we've laid out our hoses and a basic idea of how we want the beds to be. It's hard to see in the video, but you could see the purple and the blue hoses, and I'm basically standing inside one of the beds. And this one is going to go around and meet on this side, and I technically will have a small bed on the other side to meet this river rock that dogwood will just be sitting inside of. And I think I want to do like either a hosta or a hydrangea right there. And can't see from here, but the gazebo is going to go back there. I'll show you in a minute. And we have pavers. I'm going to put a little 4 square of pavers right here, just to set like a little chair, a little reading spot, something like that. And then down here we have where the gazebo is going to go from that orange stake. You can see it. It's really hard on my, it's very bright sunny right in this area. To there, it goes like that. It's, and then the gazebo obviously will sit on top of it. I was making sure that there's enough space between the edge of the gazebo and the edge of this bank so that we can get wheelbarrows and walk through there comfortably. But now it's nice and sunny for just a moment. As the sun is, it's late afternoon, and this is what it looks like. So pretty much dappled shade where the plants are gonna go. I'm gonna leave these hoses out here overnight. I can look at it from my library window up there and see if I like how the layout looks, and it'll give the hoses a chance to relax. And the neighbors are playing music. Once the hoses are relaxed and I can fine tune this, then I'll spray paint them out and we'll start the next part of our project. So before laying down the cardboard to make the new beds, I weeded it really close to the ground. And then it was time to bring all the materials down into the lower garden. So 2 bags of mulch per wheelbarrow down to the lower garden. So I did that 7 times. And then we had a wagon filled with cardboard that had been broken down that we can use, and then of course some extra boxes that we had to break down too that I had to bring down as well. But it was just easier to bring everything down all at once and then get started on the next part of the project. We've gathered our materials. Got a little cluster of plants, stack of cardboard, stack of mulch, another cluster of plants. And I really couldn't help but put my roadie where it's gonna go before it's ready to get planted. It looks so perfect right there. We have made many beds like this. Super easy and basically an instant garden when you just lay down some cardboard, lay 3 to 5 inches of mulch on top, and it's good to go. You can either do it this way and then cut open the cardboard and plant in between the cardboard pieces. You could put the cardboard around the planting areas that you know you're going to have plants, like I did for my peanut butter tree that's going to go in there. Or you can even put soil down before you put the mulch, so you can just plant directly on top of the cardboard. In this case, we have great soil. I just had a lot of weeds that I didn't want to deal with, and so the cardboard and the mulch will suppress the weeds and give this area a really defined look immediately.
That looks really good. Those two plants are